Welcome back to another Charlotte Legacy League where we have Temur Delver versus Goblins. In game 1, Andres kept 6 and Corey kept 5. Corey will be on the play leading off on a snow-covered mountain. Andres on a flooded strand grabbing a volcanic island and then playing a Delver's Secrets. He's going to pass it back over to Corey. Corey's going to play a City of Traders and cast a Blood Moon. See, Andres has a Daze in his hand. We'll see him pick up that volcanic island. Corey's going to pay for the Daze with a Simian Spirit Guide, which is going to force Andres to cast a Force of Will on that while pitching a Force of Will. So a few effects there happening all at once. So we drew Misty Rainforest. We'll replay the volcanic and attack for 1. Take it back over to Corey, and let's see what he has for his turn 3. Goblin Lackey seems pretty good. Means Andres is going to be on blocking duties here. We'll see him untap and see if he's going to cast a Brainstorm to see if he can get this Delver flipped over. So he's got a meaty guy to block with. We'll see a Brainstorm here. And it's 3 lands, which is 5 total lands in Andres' hand. That's pretty tough. So, alright. We'll see Andres play a fetch here and pass, so he can at least block the Delver, or block with his Delver on the Goblin Lackey. We'll see a Skirt Prospector come out from Corey's side, fetch, and we'll see a blind flip here into a Ponder, just like every Delver player does. And we'll see it flip over to a 3/2 insect. He does have a Ponder now, so he can at least start digging for some more answers against this Lackey and this Prospector. It's like Murktide, Ponder, and a land. So, see what he's going to play here. Probably the Murktide. He's going to play his Tropical Island here and cast his Murktide. That he can make, looks like he has 4 instant sorceries in his graveyard, so he can at least put 4 counters on this Murktide Regent coming into play. Which he does. It's got a 7/7 blocker. Corey untaps. It's kind of tough to beat that, but we'll see. Mux is coming to play, sacking the Skirt Prospector and the Goblin Lackey. He's going to flip over a Goblin Ringleader, a Goblin Chieftain, and a Runevelt Hordemaster, as well as an additional Muxus, Skirt Prospector, and a Fury. He chooses not to grab that other Muxus because A, it can't come into play because Muxus is 5 or less mana, and the Fury is not a Goblin. So Corey's got quite a board here to attack with. We'll see him swing out with everything, and that'll be 23 total power. Mux is getting +2/+2 from the Hordemaster and the Chieftain, +4/+4 from the other 4 goblins in play, and then everyone else is either going to pick up +1/+1 or +2/+2. The Lords getting 1/1 each, and then the other 2 getting +2/+2 from those Lords. Andres has 2 lands in his hand. He's going to scoop it up. We'll see you in game number 2. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back for game number 2. Andres will be on the play. Both players have kept 7. Andres is going to lead off with a Scalding Tarn, a Volcanic Island, to a Dragon Rage Chandler, and then play a Mishra's Bauble. He's going to look at the top card of his library and see if it's something he wants to keep or he wants to put into the graveyard. Thinking long and hard about it, he decides to keep. He's going to Bauble Corey here, and not quite sure what Corey grabs, but I believe it is some sort of goblin. We'll see a Cavern of Souls come out, and probably this Goblin Lackey, or, oh, there's a Skirt Prospector as well, so we'll see a Skirt Prospector come out for Corey on his turn 1. Back over to Andres, we'll see him draw. He's going to pick up a Lightning Bolt, no wonder he wanted to keep that on top. Actually, he didn't know what that one was because he already drew off the Bauble. So, alright, well, come see, come saw. here. He definitely drew something, not entirely sure what it was from the bauble, but we'll see him brainstorm here with a trigger on the Chandler. I think he's going to put that into his graveyard as another Mistress Bauble, and then he's going to look at 3 more cards off the brainstorm. Put 2 back on top, and keep his options open, and play a Delver, and then we'll see him attack for 1 potentially with this Dragon Rage Chandler. Yes, he's offering him the trade. Corey accepts the trade, and both creatures will die. Andres, knowing what's on top of his library, will probably see this Delver flip this coming turn. See Corey tap 2 lands here and play a Battlecry Goblin. For anyone who's not familiar with what a Battlecry Goblin is, Andres isn't either. It's a 1 red and a colorless 2/2. When it can be activated for 1 red and a colorless, goblins you can control get +1/+0 and gain haste till end of turn. And has pack tactics. Whenever Battlecry Goblins attack, if you attacked with a creature with a total power of 6 or greater, this combat create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking as well. Back over to Andres' turn, we'll see him Chain Lightning that Battlecry Goblin out of here, and then another Brainstorm. He's already attacked for 3 this turn while I was reading over what that Goblin does. Picked up a Wasteland, a Delver, and a Lightning Bolt, all of which are very good in this particular situation. Taking Corey off of that Cavernous Souls will allow Andres to utilize that Daze in his hand if he needs it. So we'll see what Corey has here. So he has a Matron, a Lackey, a Cavernous Souls, a Chrome Mox, and alright, he's going to use his Lackey under the Chrome Mox, another Cavern, 3 mana into, looks like that is a Goblin War Chief, which is Goblin spells cost 1 less colorless to play, and Goblins you control have haste. So we'll see him attack over for 2. Andres going down to 17. Picks up another Delver off the top. He has a Bolt, a DRC, and a Daze. We'll see an attack for 3 here. And we'll see a Bolt on that War Chief. Trying to constrain Corey's mana as much as possible here with the Wastelands, and also not allowing him to have the other one. And then we'll see, it looks like the Matron's going to come out this time. Yeah, it's going to get a Goblin Ringleader off that Matron, pass back over. Got another Delver flip with another Lightning Bolt on top. So that's very good. We'll see if he has anything else. Attack for 6 here in the air. The Matron Ringleader comes down next turn. Got the Darcy, so it looks like he's going to try and just close this game out as fast as possible here. That Ringleader won't be enough to get going. Corey with 5 mana in play plays the Ringleader. We'll see what he picks up off the top. So War Chief, Battlecry Goblin, and a... If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back to game number 3. Corey has kept 5, Andres has kept 6, and Corey will lead off on the play with an Arabian Nights Mountain. See Andres lead off with a Polluted Delta, fetching a Volcanic Island, and playing a Dragon Rage Chandler here. We'll also see him play a Mistress Bauble, Surveil off of the DRC, and see if he's going to Bauble Corey or not. He will. Corey shows it to him, and Andres will draw, picking up another DRC. See a Skirt Prospector come out for, that's not a Skirt Prospector, that is Goblin Pile Driver. Okay. Pile Driver come out early in this game. And Andres with a Wasteland, staring down 2 basics, but it does look like he has a Torpor Orb in his hand. He does, so that will definitely turn off all of Corey's Goblins this game. I'm not sure if Corey has a way to actually handle that or not, but we'll see as the game progresses on. Third Mountain from Corey here, playing some sort of Kill Your Creature spell. It looks like that's a Gin Palm Incinerator, maybe, or something along those lines. Let me check his sideboard and see if it's something I don't know about. It's got to be a Gin Palm Incinerator being cycled, but damage equal to target creature where X is the number of goblins in play. Yeah, that would make sense. He cycles that to kill the 1/1 DRC. That makes sense. Andre's thinking about what he can do here. He does have a Hydroblast. It looks like a Force of Will, Hydroblast, Force of Will, Murktide, and a Lightning Bolt in Andres' hand there. So he does have some pretty good interaction here against Corey. Corey does have basically infinite mana at this point. It's just, what does he want to play? So he's going to play an Ancient Tomb into a Ringleader, which is just a 4 mana 2/2 at this point. And we'll see the Ringleader attack, as well as the Pile Driver, which will be 3 plus 2 is 5 damage coming through. Andres will follow up with another draw. Picks up a Delver. He is hurting for multiple mana sources with just having that Wasteland. He's got to play a little tight just to make sure he gets everything he needs. He's thinking about maybe a Hydroblast. He doesn't want to put an instant in the graveyard because that's going to force him to attack. He can do some combat tricks here where he Hydroblasts in combat or Lightning Bolts in combat, and then he'll have a 3/3 to block, and he can essentially just clear the board. He's got a Muxus in hand. It looks like a City of Traders. Corey's thinking about how he wants to attack and if there is anything that Andres can do to just kind of clean his board up here. Long pause, and just maybe doing some simple math here. So City of Traders, a Muxus, and looks like a Fury. A Fury would get it done here, I think. Does that make sense? Oh no. Fury would definitely be stopped by the Torpor Orb. There's a Muxus, which is still pretty good. I think we'll have to see a Hydroblast come out of Andres' hand on that Muxus. They can get out of control pretty fast. We're going to Surveil off of the DRC, and the Muxus is countered. And it'll pass. Alright, so now we've got Delirium, as well as... Alright, it's like he picked up another land here. So, them having a Delver in hand, a Lightning Bolt, and a Murktide. Pretty well command of this game at this point. Has Force backup. Alright, no Murktide coming out this turn. Maybe there's Murktide. We're going to see a Wasteland at the end of turn. And then Corey will draw. Checking his mana to make sure it still taps the correct way. We'll see an attack here for 5 again. Lightning Bolt on the Goblin, Pile Driver, and he'll take 2. Smart of him to bend that Chain Lightning, goes Corey can send it right back at him. We'll see a City tapped, an additional City, 5 mana into a Fury. We'll see a Force of Will here, more than likely. While it doesn't actually kill his board, it is still essentially a 6/6. And Andres just burning his last Lightning Bolt. Not his last Lightning Bolt, but last one he had in hand. Makes sense for him to go ahead and get that off the board, and then Force of Will the other one. See him use a Scalding Tarn to fetch for a Tropical Island, and we'll see a Murktide come down with 3 counters on it. So he's got a 6/6 and a 3/3 while still maintaining Delirium in the graveyard. So, like, Corey is debating on what he wants to do here. Can't really attack into that Murktide at this point. even though Andres is at 10. We'll see a Battlecry Goblin. Not quite strong enough. It's only a 2/2. See, got a Brainstorm in hand, or Daze. It's a Daze and a fetch land. Andres will attack for 3. That Corey down to 7, so essentially can kill Corey this coming turn. Smart of Andres to leave back blocker. Corey taking a moment to think, and he's going to attack with 2 Battlecry Goblins and a Ringleader. So he's going to Battlecry, and that will allow 2 triggers to happen. And we'll see 2 Goblin tokens come down, so that is 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage. So he's gonna block one of the 3/3 or 3/2s, and he'll go down to 2. And we'll see Andres probably swing in here to win the game. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.